In today's video, we're going to take a look at the daily chart of IWM because I want to show you how we take this market from one decision to the next. Now, as far as an old decision, I'll show you an example where we had actually an extension of this prior swing, plus we had projections of other prior rally swings, and that's where that last high was made. So that's where we had resistance. What would have told you to exit long positions and even consider a short? Well, a trigger would have. So I want to show you an example of where we saw a trigger via a 15-minute chart, which is more of a swing trade entry. So here's the 15-minute chart, and remember we made the high at 160.63. That was right over here, I believe. Yeah. So where's the first sell trigger? Well, the first sell trigger against that resistance was when we had both the moving average crossover to the downside, which is right over here, right under here. That's where it crossed. And then in that process, did it also take out a prior swing low? Because I do want to see a pattern shift, and it did. Took out this prior swing low. So both of those things occurred over here, and at that point, you knew that you could look at the short side. Well, you definitely wanted to exit longs too, but look at the short side and have a stop above this high. And now that we're testing some key support on the daily chart, we kind of want to look at it the same way. So I want to show you two decisions that I will look at in tomorrow's session. Now, I don't know if these will hold or not, but if they do, we will go down to the 15-minute chart and look for a buy trigger. So the two zones, 155.54 to 92 is the first one, where you have symmetry with some of these prior declines within the uptrend. And then you also have a 620 retracement of one of these prior swings here. So that's one area. The other area that stands out is going to be this, let's make it a little easier to see here, 154.45 to 154.86. But basically there were three symmetrical projections down in that area. So bottom line, if one of those areas holds, well, so far we're holding the first one, what do you need to see on a 15-minute chart to take a trade for a swing entry? Well, in this case, you would want to see the moving average crossover to the upside. I used the 834 EMA combo, and that means we'd have to get this blue line back above the red. Okay, so that is one of the things that would have to happen. And in the process, we also want to see it take out this prior swing high. So if that happens, that's going to be the first indication that that support might be good and that we could continue to rally from that area. Okay, so that's how you get involved there for the swing trade. Now, you can also use it for a day trade if you want, but if you're going to use it for a day trade, and define your risk underneath that area, I would suggest that you use something like a 3-minute or a 5-minute chart, because you'll get in relatively close to where your risk is defined. And as far as, looking up, some of the trading plans that we use, you can definitely find those on my site. Anyway, don't forget I am going to be doing a free webinar the 6th in the evening. So if you want to get some more of the basics of what I do, then please sign up for that webinar. And my regular class that will include a couple of trading days starts February 17th.